everyone get ready, because today we are going deep into The Four Agreements
Ooh, exciting.
by Don Miguel Ruiz.
Yes.
It's like a spiritual cheat sheet
Uh-huh.
to living a happier and more fulfilling life.
I like it.
We're going to break down these agreements.
Okay.
They're based on ancient Toltec wisdom,
Right.
and we're going to see how they can help you
Yeah.
rewrite your own life script,
Okay.
one agreement at a time.
Sounds good.
Are you ready to unlock some serious personal freedom?
I am, are you?
Oh, I am so ready.
All right.
I am so ready.
Let's do it.
Let's jump in.
All right.
What I find so interesting about this book
Yeah.
is that Ruiz doesn't just throw out vague self-help advice.
No.
He actually goes deep into this concept called the dream of the planet.
Yes. Yes.
What is that?
So the dream of the planet is this idea that there's this collective dream that we're all plugged into, right? That shapes how we see the world.
Like from when we're born.
Yeah, from the moment we're born.
All right, break this down for me.
Okay.
This sounds like we're living in the Matrix or something.
It kind of is like that, right?
Whoa.
Imagine like we're all born into this massive shared movie, right? And it's constantly playing.
Okay.
And that movie, it's like pre-written scripts and roles.
Wow.
Is shaped by the beliefs, the expectations and fears of our families, our culture, society as a whole.
It's like we download an operating system without even knowing it.
Exactly. We download that operating system without even realizing that we're doing it.
So we're basically domesticated from childhood to conform to the rules of this dream.
Yes.
And we accept all these pre-programmed beliefs about like who we are, how we should live.
Exactly.
That sounds kind of bleak.
It can be bleak.
Yeah.
When you realize how much of our lives are dictated by agreements that we didn't consciously choose.
Right.
These agreements can become so ingrained that we don't even question them.
Yeah.
You know, think about it.
Okay.
How many times have you felt limited by beliefs? Like, I'm not good enough.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never be successful. I'm not worthy of love.
Yes. All the time.
These are echoes of the dream, you know.
Wow.
Whispering these limiting beliefs in our ear.
So they become like self-fulfilling prophecies.
Exactly. They become self-fulfilling prophecies because we're not even aware they're running the show in the background.
How do we unplug from this?
That's where the four agreements come in.
Okay.
They're not just like these feel-good affirmations.
Right.
They're actually tools, you know, powerful tools for rewiring our thought patterns and breaking free from these limitations.
I'm ready. Let's dive into the first agreement, which is be impeccable with your word.
Powerful one.
Yeah. So this has got to be about more than just like avoiding little white lies.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
It's about the power of words.
Okay.
And how they shape our reality.
That sounds very profound.
It is.
Does Ruiz give us any examples of how this works?
He does. He describes words as seeds.
Okay.
You know, the words we speak, even the ones that we think to ourselves.
Oh, wow.
We're like seeds we're planting.
Interesting.
In the garden of our lives.
Okay.
What kind of garden are you cultivating with your words?
That's a good question.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you planting seeds of kindness, encouragement, possibility? Or are you accidentally scattering seeds of negativity, judgment, doubt?
I'm definitely guilty of planting some weeds.
We all are.
In my mental garden.
Yeah. We've all done it.
From time to time.
Totally.
So being impeccable with our word means being mindful of the seeds we're sowing.
Exactly.
Both for ourselves and others.
Yes.
Our words have a ripple effect.
They do. They really do.
They don't just disappear.
They create energy. They impact emotions.
Wow.
They shape the way we see ourselves and the world around us.
And it's about speaking with integrity, intention, and kindness.
So important. Kindness.
This is making me think about all the times I've engaged in negative self-talk.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like replaying those critical voices in my head. Is that what Ruiz means by not being impeccable?
It is. You know, it's about treating ourselves with the same kindness and respect we would offer to a dear friend.
Okay.
Notice how often you criticize yourself, put yourself down, or focus on your perceived flaws.
Right.
Each time you do that, you're basically planting a seed of self-doubt and limitation.
That hits home.
It does, right?
So being impeccable with our word starts with how we talk to ourselves.
Yes.
And then it extends outward to how we interact with others.
It does.
It's like being mindful of gossip.
Yeah.
Or speaking harshly in the heat of the moment.
Absolutely.
Imagine if we all made a conscious effort.
I know.
To use our words to uplift, inspire, and empower instead of
carrying down or spreading negativity,
That impact would be incredible.
It would be amazing.
So this one agreement, this first agreement, can really create a major ripple effect.
It really can.
Okay, let's move on to the second agreement.
Okay.
Don't take anything personally.
Now, this is a game changer.
This feels like a game changer, especially for someone like me, who, well, tends to take things personally.
I hear you.
Yeah.
This is one of the most liberating agreements.
Okay.
But it's also one of the most challenging to actually put into practice.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
What does it really mean to not take things personally?
Okay, imagine this. Someone cuts you off in traffic.
Okay.
Throws you a rude gesture.
Happens all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
In that moment, it's easy to feel a surge of anger.
Oh, yeah.
Frustration, or even hurt.
Absolutely.
You know, we think, what a jerk.
Yes.
Or why are they doing this to me? But what if, instead of taking it personally, we recognize that their actions are a reflection of their own internal state?
Okay.
Maybe they're having a terrible day, dealing with a personal crisis, or just struggling with their own emotional baggage.
Right.
You know, their behavior is probably not about you at all.
Okay, that's an interesting way to look at it.
It is, right.
Yeah.
It's a shift in perspective.
But how do we separate ourselves from those negative emotions?
Yeah.
When someone's actions or words feel like a personal attack?
It's a practice.
Okay.
And it takes time. But when you can see that other people's behavior is often a projection of their own internal reality, it's easier to detach from the sting of their words or actions.
Right.
You know, like recognizing that everyone is walking around with their own personal movie playing in their heads.
Great.
And sometimes those movies clash.
Yeah.
But you don't have to get caught up in their drama.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
So it's like realizing that we have a choice.
Exactly. We have a choice.
We can react to someone else's movie.
Right.
Or we can stay grounded in our own reality.
Yes, exactly.
And the more you practice this, the more emotional freedom you'll experience.
You will.
And you're no longer at the mercy of other people's opinions or moods.
Exactly.
Okay, this is definitely going in my mental toolbox.
Good.
This is like a superpower for dealing with tricky social situations.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's move on to agreement number 3.
All right.
Don't make assumptions.
Oh, assumptions.
I have a feeling we've all fallen into this trap.
I think we all have at some point.
At some point, yeah.
For sure.
So assumptions are sneaky little things.
They are sneaky.
They can really lead to...
They lead to so many things.
Misunderstandings, conflicts.
Yes, missed opportunities even.
Missed opportunities, yeah.
All kinds of things.
And this agreement is encouraging us to be more aware of those assumptions.
Right.
And replace them with clear communication. And genuine curiosity.
Yes. Curiosity is key.
Okay, can you give me an example of how assumptions can create problems in our everyday lives?
Sure. Let's say you send a text to a friend.
Okay.
And they don't respond right away.
The worst.
Right.
Yeah.
You might start assuming they're ignoring you.
Oh, yeah.
Or they're mad at you. Or that something's wrong.
Yeah.
But without checking in and asking, those assumptions can spiral into a whole narrative in your head that might be totally false.
It's amazing how quickly our minds can jump to conclusions.
It is. It's incredible.
Especially when we're dealing with uncertainty or insecurity.
Exactly.
So Ruiz points out that assumptions are often rooted in our own fears and insecurities. We project our own baggage onto others, filling in the blanks with our own anxieties.
Exactly. But the truth is, we rarely have all the information.
So true.
Right.
Okay, how do we break free from this assumption trap?
It's a conscious effort. It really is.
To pause and question our own thoughts.
You have to pause and question. It's the first step. Awareness.
Okay.
Start paying attention to those moments when you notice yourself making assumptions about someone's intentions, thoughts, feelings.
Yeah.
Don't let the assumptions take over.
Right.
Pause. Ask yourself, do I really know this to be true? Or am I filling in the blanks with my own fears?
Wow.
Right.
So it's about replacing those assumptions with questions.
Yes, it's about being curious, reaching out, communicating clearly, and being open to hearing the other person's perspective.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does. And you might be surprised how often your assumptions were way off base.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
This is making me think about how assumptions can limit our own potential.
They totally can.
Too, right?
Absolutely.
Like if we assume we're not good at math, or we're not creative, we might never try to explore those areas.
That's a great point.
So this agreement is challenging us to examine
Yes.
The assumptions we make about ourselves. Like, what limitations have we placed on ourselves without realizing it?
Is a good question to ask yourself.
What stories are we telling ourselves?
Yeah.
That might be holding us back.
Powerful questions.
Okay, I'm getting the sense that these agreements are all interconnected.
They are very interconnected.
Yeah.
They'll weave together.
Like, by not making assumptions, we're less likely to take things personally.
Exactly.
Because we're not creating all that drama in our head.
We're not adding to the story.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
They work together to create a more peaceful and empowered way of being in the world.
Okay, I'm ready to dive into the final agreement.
All right, let's do it.
Agreement number 4.
Bring it on.
Always do your best.
Love this one.
I have a feeling there's more to it than meets the eye.
I think so too.
Yeah, so this isn't about pushing ourselves to the point of burnout.
No, it's not about burnout.
Right. Or striving for perfection.
No, not about perfection.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that your best is going to fluctuate from day to day, depending on your energy levels, your circumstances, even your mood.
So it's not about beating ourselves up.
It's not about beating ourselves up.
We're having an off day or not achieving some arbitrary standard of success.
No, it's about being kind to ourselves.
Okay.
And meeting ourselves where we are.
That's a much more compassionate approach.
It is.
Than like this always hustle, never give up mentality.
Yes, exactly.
That's so prevalent.
Very prevalent these days.
Yeah, it can actually be more productive in the long run.
It can be. When you release the pressure to be perfect, you free up your energy to focus on the task at hand.
Right. So just do what you can with what you have.
Exactly. That's it.
In that moment.
In the moment.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's about showing up authentically. Giving it our all, whatever our all looks like that day.
Absolutely. And it's about releasing the need to compare ourselves to others or judge our worth based on external outcomes.
This agreement really resonates with me.
It's a good one.
I tend to be a perfectionist. The idea of just doing my best and letting go of the outcome is very freeing.
It is freeing.
It's about focusing on what we can control.
Exactly.
Which is our effort rather than the results.
The results,
which are often
out of our hands.
Influenced by things outside of ourselves.
That's right.
Okay, so we've unpacked all 4 agreements.
We have.
How do these agreements actually work together to create lasting personal change?
They work synergistically.
Okay.
They really do.
Break that down for me.
So think of them as a system for transforming your relationship with yourself and the world around you. They work together to create a positive feedback loop. So for example, if you're being impeccable with your word, you're less likely to make assumptions or take things personally. You're choosing to communicate clearly and kindly.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Reducing the potential for misunderstandings and conflict.
And if you're not taking things personally, it's easier to do your best.
It is.
Because you're not letting negativity derail you.
You're not letting it derail you.
Right.
Yeah.
You're able to stay focused on your own path.
You stay focused.
Give it your all.
You give it your all.
Regardless of what others are thinking or saying.
It's true. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
Wow. These agreements are like a shield.
They are like a shield.
Against negative thought patterns and emotional reactivity.
Exactly.
It's like they're helping us step out of the dream of the planet.
That's right.
And start creating a reality that's more aligned with our true selves.
Your authentic self.
This is amazing.
It is powerful stuff.
I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, though.
I understand.
How do we actually break free?
It's a process.
From those old ingrained agreements.
It's a process, not a one-time fix.
That are holding us back.
Yeah, it does.
It feels daunting.
It requires patience.
Okay.
Self-compassion.
Yeah.
And a willingness to challenge those deep beliefs that are maybe running on autopilot.
Where do we even begin?
Well, Ruiz talks about the mind being like a parasite.
Okay.
That feeds on our fears, doubts, and negative beliefs.
Oh, wow.
It's that voice in your head that whispers, you're not good enough.
Ugh, I know that voice.
You'll never succeed.
Yes.
You don't deserve to be happy.
I can totally relate to that feeling.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And that voice is basically running on those old, outdated agreements. We've been carrying them around since childhood.
Wow.
Breaking free is like detoxing our minds from that negativity.
So it's not just about adopting the new agreements.
And not just about adopting,
It's about dismantling the old ones.
that are no longer serving us.
Exactly.
It's an ongoing process.
It is.
Of becoming aware of those limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
Choosing to replace them. With thoughts and affirmations.
Yes.
That are aligned with who we are.
That's it.
And what we want to create.
Exactly.
That sounds challenging.
It can be, but it's so worth it.
Do you have any tips for doing this?
Absolutely. One of the most effective is mindfulness.
Okay.
Start paying attention to your thoughts.
Okay.
Throughout the day, without judgment. Just notice when those negative or limiting beliefs pop up.
Right.
Don't try to push them away.
Okay.
Just observe them with curiosity.
Okay, so there's that thought again. Interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as you become more mindful of your thoughts, you can start to choose which ones you want to feed.
Okay.
And which ones you want to starve.
So we're becoming the observer of our own minds.
Yes, you become the observer.
Rather than getting swept away.
Right.
That's right.
By the current of our thoughts.
You're not swept away anymore.
And the more we practice this, the more control we gain over our internal world.
You gain so much control.
So we're not at the mercy
exactly
of those negative thought loops or limiting beliefs.
Because you're taking back your power.
We're taking back our power from that inner parasite.
Yes.
And reclaiming our freedom.
Absolutely. It's freedom.
Okay, this is making so much sense.
It's a powerful shift.
Yeah.
When you realize you have that power.
And as we do that,
yeah,
we naturally embody the agreements.
It happens naturally.
Yeah.
They become less like rules and more like an expression of our authentic selves.
This is clicking for me.
Dead.
I'm realizing that this is a journey.
It is a journey.
Not a destination.
Exactly.
There's no magic switch.
It's an ongoing process.
That we flip and all of a sudden we're free.
It is. Ruiz acknowledges that we'll slip up.
Oh, okay.
Sometime.
Yeah.
And that's okay. The key is to be patient with ourselves.
Right.
Learn from the mistakes and keep practicing.
So it's about progress, not perfection.
Exactly.
That takes the pressure off.
It does. It makes it more enjoyable.
Yeah.
When you take the pressure off.
It makes it more approachable, less intimidating.
It does.
It's like we're all works in progress.
We are. We're all works in progress.
And that's okay.
It's part of what makes life interesting.
It's what makes life interesting.
Right.
That's what makes life full of potential.
That's the beauty of it.
The agreements are a framework
for
navigating this journey with grace,
yes.
awareness, and compassion.
For ourselves and for others.
This has been an insightful conversation.
It has.
I feel like I've gained a whole new perspective
yeah.
on how to live a happier, more fulfilling life.
Wonderful.
And I love how practical and actionable these agreements are.
They are.
The wisdom in the 4 agreements is truly transformative.
It is.
It's not just about reading the book.
You have to put it into practice.
It's about putting these principles into practice.
Exactly.
And experiencing that shift.
And that's when the magic really happens.
That occurs when you do.
Yes.
That's a perfect note to transition to our outro.
I agree.
So it's so freeing to realize we have a choice.
We do have a choice.
We can react to someone else's movie, or we can just stay grounded in our own reality.
In your own movie.
Yes. Okay. So the more you practice this,
yeah,
the more emotional freedom you experience.
You really do. You know, you think about it. Like when you're not taking things personally anymore, you're not at the mercy of everyone else's opinions and reactions and moods.
Exactly.
You're free.
It's like a superpower.
It is a superpower.
For navigating these tricky...
It's like emotional resilience. You're building up your resilience.
And maybe by embodying these agreements, we can inspire others to do the same.
I think we can.
Creating that ripple effect.
That ripple effect of positive change.
Yeah, that transforms the world.
That's what we need.
So, dear listeners, we've reached the end of our deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Into the 4 agreements.
I've enjoyed it.
We hope this conversation has sparked something within you.
Yeah.
A desire to explore these powerful ideas further.
And to keep learning.
And embark on your own journey of personal freedom.
Because that's what it's all about.
Remember, it's not about being perfect.
Nope.
It's about embracing the journey, celebrating your progress, and always striving to do your best.
That's it. That's all we can do.
Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning.
Keep exploring.
Keep diving deep into this vast ocean of knowledge.
Yes.
That awaits you.